After Christianity became the official religion of the empire in the year 313, and then by Constantinus, the greatest criminal ever, later on, you see these coins. Now Julius Caesar is in a tropaeon mutated into Christ. Here is a snake that saves everything. The Bible is a complete book of myth. This is something that you cannot accept it as real unless you accept the Lord of the Rings as real, and Disneyland as real, and the rest of crazy, insane myth as reality. This is the problem with Christians. They're defective brains. They are acceptors. They accept fairy tales as reality. We atheists are questioners. We question everything and are skeptical because we are mentally healthy. Since Christians adopted pagan mythology, where Apollo was worshipped, the sun god, which represents as a beautiful youth, of course, that's what eventually pedophilia came from. Christianity worshipped a baby, a little baby, and youth people, and eventually, centuries and centuries later, the Catholic Church became very, very involved in worshiping this Christian youth, this Apollo god, now mutated into Christ, which was actually Julius Caesar itself. And therefore, that's what pedophilia came from. Christianity is about the worst, the most immoral form of institution that ever gave intellectual stagnation and everything. It's very, very bad that this illness has lasted so long, over 1700 years, and mutated into many, many strains and many strains of the myth. It's really, really upsetting, and they brought intellectual drag into humanity. Here's a view of the Arapakis, the altar of peace of Augustus. We can see where the cross idea came from in Nazism, because thanks to Christianity, we have genocide, immorality, pedophilia. We have also drag on the intellect, and because we can see the where Nazism, the idea of Hitler was a tremendous Christian. It was a very pious Christians. We know that this is the symbol of the sun, which is a swastika. Here is a Roman mosaic for about the 2nd century that also shows the swastika on this, which is a symbol of the cross, of course. Well, Christianity brought the Dark Ages into Europe, and in the 800s, about the year 800, we have this another criminal, Carolus Magnus, or Charlemagne. He wanted to convert the whole empire into just a Christian empire, call it the Holy Roman Empire. This is at the Museum of Aachen, and in his palace church, and this is the hand of God. Remember that the hand of the goddess that masturbated the god Atun to make everything, to create everything? Well, there you have it. Here it is. Christians adopted this. And here we have this symbol, of course, the cross. This is the Lothar cross, also in the museum at Aachen. The interesting about this symbol of victory, which it was mutated into a symbol of torture, because the Christians, in their ignorance, they only realize these things. They only read one book. We have this, an image of Julius Caesar, the god Julius Caesar, with the symbol of the Holy Spirit, which is a bird, people. Bird. Bird is a symbol of victory, has wings in it. After that, in the 11th century, then you have the Crusades, those pious activities of this christ-psychotic lunatics. They wanted to liberate the land of the Lord, in other words, of the Tooth Fairy. And they went around, and after that, look at this. And then, this is interesting. The Jews were they killed the Tooth Fairy. They killed Christ. So, the Pope, Urban II at the time, told the Crusaders, well, when you kill a Jew, you're actually doing him a favor. because with their blood they can actually go to heaven, and then you have a brownie points with the 230 over there, my father. So therefore, these people that were very superstitious and ignorant of course in the 11th century, you know what they did? The Jews and the Arabs were getting along, and the Muslims were getting along fantastic. They were brothers, right in Nadi land. And guess what they did? When they conquered them, then they went to Jerusalem, went to Accra, and they catapulted the heads of the infidel inside the walls. They cut their heads off. They burned children, they burned people, they even killed their pets. And this is historical fact. Christianity is the worst mental illness, the worst insanity there ever is. It's also the worst insult. Anybody can call me any name, but you can call somebody a Christian. It means hypocrisy, pedophilia, genocide, psychosis, mental retardations, and about every damn bad thing that you can think of people.